Hello everyone, welcome back, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Debbie and I make art videos. In today's video, I am getting ready for a big trip. I'm going to be gone for a month and a half this time, and I'm flying, so that means I have to really pare down my art materials. I'm definitely going to pick up some things while I'm gone, but I want to have a few things in my pack because I'm going to try to do a travel journal. It's nothing that I've been able to do in the past, but I hope I get it done. So I'm going to look through some materials together with you today. We're going to do some painting in my sketchbook and try to figure out some color combos of things that I can take in my limited space. So let's get to it. So as far as things I want to take, I want the paint stuff to fit into this pouch, and then the pencil stuff to fit into here, and then I'll be taking this roll with probably those exact paint brushes and just figure out which one of these water brushes I want to take. So I have to decide what gouache I'm taking with me. Definitely some acrylic gouache and some regular gouache. Now I've selected my pens and some markers already. I'll show you what's in there a little later, maybe in another video, because I want to do some drawing, some little paintings to test out the colors that I want to take with me. And so far, this is my watercolor selection. So those fit really nicely in there. And then I just want to stick a few tubes of gouache in here as well. So I'm leaning towards these three acrylic gouache, and then probably this pink and maybe this one. We'll see how different they are. Anyways, I want to try out the gouaches because that's kind of like the big choice. Well, other than settling on pencil crayons. So I did some pencil crayon swatches. These are my selections, but that's a lot. So we're going to pare that down. And yeah, I was just swatching them out to decide color combinations, but we'll do that in a spread today. So I've been inspired to try like more intentional limited palettes by several artists that I watch here on YouTube, primarily Katie Moody. If you don't know her channel, you should check her out. So my plan is to look at some photo references and then do some little kind of like thumbnail-y, I don't know what exactly, thumbnails of different pictures just to like play around with some color combinations. This is a lot of colors. It's going to be hard. So I've already selected the paper stuff I'm going to take, and it all fits in this little Muji bag insert. So I'm going to have that in my bag, and I'll be taking a Royal Talon sketchbook, but just this little one, and a couple of sheets of watercolor paper. So it all fits in here nicely. So this is the same paper, it's just larger, but I will be taking this paper palette because it's just easy to travel with. So I'm going to be doing my mixes on this. This coral red is an amazing color, and as soon as I laid it out on the page, I was like, oh yeah, that's going with me for sure. But doing these little like blocks of color was a good indicator in itself on what these mixes would be like, and I definitely like this palette. I only have a very large tube of white gouache, and that's quite heavy, but I do have a white in the acrylic gouache, so I'm going to take that. So right now, this is what I'm leaning towards, probably these colors. These are all from the Holbein palette that Rebecca Green put together. You can buy these colors individually as well. The purples were really nice. I'm not sure if I added another red in there, so I might have to test that again. The problem with leaving for such a long time and just taking a few supplies is that, like, I like them right now, but will I be bored of them later? But that's fine too, you know, and also the limitation thing is always a benefit to you. And I have so many colors that I don't know what to do with them, and I think that sometimes that really hinders your creativity. Because if you have only so many options, then you're gonna find an interesting solution. Like if you can't mix the color that you need, then maybe you'll mix a new color that works even better, or at least is more interesting. So in a way, you know, doing something like this, if you're just like going to the backyard to paint or going on a trip, like crippling yourself a little bit, you know, as painful as it might be, it's good for you. And we should all do it more often, me included. It basically turned out that the colors that I picked out at the beginning are pretty much my selection, and maybe that is an indicator of just go with your gut, you know, reach into your paint containers or cupboards or whatever and grab 3 colors that appeal to you quickly, and you know, you spend less time making decisions and more time painting. I like being prepared when I leave the house, like in every circumstance, like clothing wise, especially. Like if I'm not prepared for the weather outside, I'm very annoyed. But sometimes with this kind of thing, or with art in general, over preparation can actually stop you from exploring new things. Because, you know, if you kind of like know where you can go with the colors that you've played with, then there's nothing to find, you know? There's nothing new to find. So sometimes just doing the unexpected thing, you know, grabbing 3 unexpected colors can bring you to a new place. I think that often we get so comfortable with the combinations that we know, and we don't want to try new things. But I think that unexpected arrangements can often lead to enlightening solutions. I thought that deciding on paints would be difficult, but you know, I'm actually pretty happy with the 3 or 4 colors that I think I've settled with. And the pencil crayons, the colored pencil thing, that is actually going to be trickier because, you know, it's nice having a lot of colors and they just seem like, oh, it's so small, it doesn't take up a lot of space, but the weight adds up, you know? So that's going to be a little bit trickier. After I did some from reference, I decided to just freeform it, you know? And sometimes that is nicer to see color more clearly, like blocks of color mixes, when you just have like simple things, and then you can also simplify the color spaces but maybe be more concrete about the color mixes. And it's always fun and doodly. And I just got back from a trip and my hand was rusty, so it was kind of nice to do some low pressure doodly things. Ooh, puddles. Love puddles. So what I'm doing is taking colors out of my tray here, and then the ones I decide to take and putting in here, which is already a big collection. I'm having a hard time paring down. But you know, I am enjoying the acrylic gouache more than I thought I would. So I think I might end up taking most of my set of acrylic gouache and then maybe adding like a few of my favorite colors of the regular gouache. I might take a purple of some sort, and maybe these 3. But so far I'm really liking this color combo that I'm getting mostly from the acrylic gouache. I always think that this is not going to take as long as it does, but actually this is a lot of surface area to cover. And if you find yourself in a similar situation, either pick a bigger tool or find a smaller surface area. I should have probably just done like 3 squares and then spread it over a few days, but I think I got a kind of good overview. And I think I've decided on kind of the direction I want to go. Haven't like concretely picked everything out, but I think that These colors are making me happy right now. They're kind of exciting me, and I think that's always a good thing, you know? If you're kind of in a funk, or you're looking to like get back at art after a break or something, I think like just go for maximum fun, you know? Maximum fun, and then get serious about it later once you're like enjoying yourself, and color is such a big part of that, enjoying yourself process. Well, this didn't like go according to plan. I didn't really get all my things selected, but it was actually a really nice kind of day in my sketchbook. And after working digitally for a month solid, it was nice to just feel tools, move paint around. You know, at the end of the day, I never end up using half of the things I take with me. And I'm sure if I just brought like one marker and one pen, I would probably do more drawing than if I had a whole pack full of art supplies. So just keep that in mind, you know? I think that lugging a lot of things around sometimes makes things harder, and the point is just to do some drawing on the road. So you really just need a drawing tool. So that was harder than I thought. I'm used to taking road trips where I can pack a whole tote full of art materials with me, but when weight is an issue, things change. And I do know that I'm gonna do a little bit of shopping while I'm gone, so I don't want to take too much with me. I'm gonna make another video just opening up my cases and showing you what I decided on and the little color palettes that I decided on. But thanks for sketching around with me in my sketchbook. I really loved that color combination of those kind of muted primaries from the Rebecca Green Holbein collection. So I'm definitely going to take those colors with me. Anyhow, I'll see you at the next one, hopefully opening up my travel bags. Bye now.